Hey guys, this is Carl from Yugatech and today we are taking a quick look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Let's go! This 5.5-inch device from one of China's top device makers sports a deca-core MediaTek Helio X20 chip coupled with a 4100 mAh battery. It's available in two variants and our model is a 3GB variant which houses a good 64GB internal storage. The Redmi Note 4 is an aluminum-clad beauty that will remind you of smartphones released recently coupled with chamfered edges and a pristine back. At the front is the 5.5-inch Full HD display and three backlit capacitive buttons for your daily navigation. There's also the small speaker intended for taking in calls and your usual sensors accompanied by the 5-megapixel front camera. Flip the device over to its back and you may notice the similarities between this and other devices we wouldn't mention when you look at it from its rear angle. No, really, there are two antenna bands for better reception as well as a 13-megapixel rear camera aligned at the center with a dual-tone LED flash and its fingerprint scanner. Speaking of which, the fingerprint scanner is accentuated by a shiny outline which adds a good touch to a rather monotonous backplate finish. On the right side are your physical volume rockers and the power unlock button, while the left side houses the hybrid dual SIM card setup. This will make you think twice on choosing dual connectivity over the option for expanded storage. The bottom part, on the other hand, has the micro USB port enclosed in a white outline for better visibility. There are also speaker grills on both of its sides, but don't be fooled as only the right side throws out the speaker sound you actually need. The Redmi Note 4 is equipped with a 5.5-inch Full HD IPS panel, and given its respectable resolution, the display emits a vibrant color and can be viewed properly even at any angle. It can also get extremely bright or dim as you fiddle with the settings, but the tone leans on the cold temperature as whites tend to appear with a bluish tint which doesn't affect the overall performance of the device. This is also the first device to sport Xiaomi's MIUI 8.0 skinning Google's Android Marshmallow. The global ROM is baked inside the device, thus there are no unnecessary Chinese bloatware. It's so clean that you actually need to install the Google apps you actually need. Speaking of MIUI 8, it's a very polished version of its predecessor which combines the best of both Android and iOS in a single environment. We're glad that despite the heavy skinning, the device doesn't suffer from noticeable lags or hiccups. On the photography side, it's headed by a 13-megapixel rear camera with a 5-megapixel shooter on the front. Low light scenarios could be no problem as both lenses are equipped with an f2.0 aperture. The rear camera performs great in bright environments, but there may be instances of over-sharpening on its photos. The front camera, on the other hand, has a narrower lens but is nonetheless decent for vain selfie shots. Meanwhile, videos can be taken up to full HD resolution, and a stabilization feature is also present, though it makes your video worse as it produces more choppy instances instead of helping you stabilize it well. Here's a sample clip. Inside the Redmi Note 4 is a MediaTek Helio X20 chip, and it's no secret that this 10-core processor is designed to meet the demands of the user operating the device, even as seen on our standard benchmarks. Couple that with 3GB of RAM, and we've got a decent performer which is ideal for intensive gaming such as on Asphalt 8 and Dead Trigger 2 without much frame drops. Powering the device is a large 4100 mAh battery that enables the Redmi Note 4 to be used to the fullest, and is also evident in our PC Mark battery test score of 11 hours and 6 minutes. True enough, it lasted for a whole day of real-life moderate use such as calls, texts, and gaming. We even stretched that to 2 days if we are to use the device battery saver features. While it lasts a lot longer, charging is not a problem as it only takes an hour and 40 minutes to get the battery back to its 100% state using the included 2A charger on the package. Overall, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4 is a device that will not disappoint as your everyday driver, as it's one smartphone that can function well and will last for a whole day on just a single charge. Performance using the MediaTek Helio X20 chip and 3GB of RAM is also deemed as well balanced, and this may be the next smartphone you might need. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 4 is a device that can only be bought online, and this could also pose as a disadvantage as it only bears a very limited local warranty. Prices start at 9,500 pesos for the base 2GB, 16GB version. And that ends our quick hands-on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red button below and follow our social media accounts to keep updated of the latest news. Don't forget to visit yugatech.com for the top tech stories and reviews you need to know. Until then, this is Carlo Miel. See you next time.